There is great joy and excitement in Alabama this season. The Crimson Tide is darting past opponents, led by star running back Siran Stacy, the SEC's leading rusher. Gene Stallings may not look pleased, but he has to like the Tide's record, a ferocious defense that has compiled 22 sacks, as many believe in a major bowl could be in their future. Today, Bama plays on the road in Death Valley, home of the LSU Tigers, and their long ball combination, Chad Luke to Todd Kitchen, the SEC's third leading receiver. LSU coach Curly Hallman once played for Gene Stallings. Now the teacher meets a pupil in an important SEC matchup. It's called Death Valley. It's one of the most dreaded road sites in America. It's Tiger Stadium, the home of LSU, who today renews a 95-year-old rivalry with the Crimson Tide of Alabama. This is a 95-year-old Southern rivalry. Alabama leading the series. They have not lost in Baton Rouge since 1969. Alabama won the toss. They deferred. They'll be kicking off. Steve Cole will kick off for the Tide. Wayne Williams and Vincent Fuller back for LSU. And it can be gathered in by Wayne Williams. He's across the 20 to the 25 to the 31-yard line and dropped there. And here comes Chad Luke, who has started to play much better, as you can see in these numbers here. In the last 4 games, he's making better decisions at the quarterback spot. He's a native of Baton Rouge. Fuller starting to the tailback. Kitchen, we've documented him. Anthony Williams is a former linebacker playing tight end up front. Mawai is their best lineman. He's the left tackle. He's played center as well as guard this year. From the 31, the Tigers with the first snap of the game. Luke wants to throw. Play action. Backside pressure. The ball comes loose. LSU is on top of it very quickly. As coming through quickly was number 94, John Copeland, and that'll be an 8-yard loss on the play all the way back to the 24-yard line. We mentioned they have 22 sacks. We'll add another one here. Luke had no chance as he steps up, and there comes Copeland, the junior college transfer, who fired through and was able to drop him for the loss. He and Eric Curry are outstanding in that defensive line for the Crimson Tide. Second down, 18. Handoff this time to Fuller. Fuller breaks out across the 30 to the 35. Stacey Harrison, the strong safety, makes the stop, an 11-yard gain on the play. They'll be 7 yards short of the first down. There's Copeland. We talked about him. Stewart, he was one of 12 finalists coming into the season for the Lombardi Award. Linebackers, well, Sullins, he's a candidate for the Butkus Award this year. And they have people who fly around in the secondary. They have 16 interceptions, and Langham has 4 of those. Third down and 7 now for the Tigers from their own 35. Chad Luke looking to throw. Far side, badly overthrown. It was Mike Garrett, the intended receiver, and that will short-circuit their first series, and they'll have to punt the football, and Brian Griffin will come in as Garrett had no chance to come up with that completion.
What LSU does not want to do continuously in this ball game, Gary, is have the kind of series like we just saw, just a few plays and out, because Alabama will possess and control the ball on offense, keeping your defense off the field.
This is an exciting guy, David Palmer, a freshman out of Birmingham. He has just been brilliant this year. He's first in the SEC in punt returns. Griffith gets it underway, a beautiful punt. Palmer backing up to the 11-yard line. Watch this guy. He's to the 20. He's got some running room. 35. He's going to go. No one will catch him. Palmer is going to take it the distance. David Palmer gives the Tide a 6-0 lead, a 90-yard return.
Gene Stallings can walk the sideline like a prophet, Gary. He told us this young man was one of the most exciting players he has ever seen. His version of Johnny Rodgers, he can do it all. In high school, this young man would go into a football game. He line up at quarterback. He line up the next play at halfback. He line up at another play at wide receiver. He possesses the talent to do anything he wants, and right there, he gave his team a 6-0 lead.
That is not a school record. The record is 92. However, One of those records of 92 yards was against LSU back in 1947. Point after attempt now by Weddington, Matt Weddington, and it's a stunning start for this home crowd at LSU. Alabama with a 7-0 lead. Well, that's up to date, 62-7, and they have jumped the Tigers in a hurry here.
When I saw what they've been able to do against teams in the first quarter, my first thought was they must be possessing the football more than everyone else in order to do that. But it's because their defense has been making plays, turning the ball over, and scoring touchdowns like that punt return.
That was David Palmer's third touchdown return of the season. Benson Fuller now brings it up, gets a big block across the 20, down the far sideline, and he'll go out of bounds across the 35 to the 36. Eric Washington over to make the stop, a 34-yard kickoff return. Let's go back and watch the next Johnny Rodgers, if you will.
Or the rocket, or the jet, or anything with big thrusters, this young man can be called. Look, he gets great blocking up front. Now right here, he makes a good, smart move. He started to go to his right, made the one move, made that guy miss. That was the only person he had to make miss, Gary. That was a huge hole they opened up for him, and the rest is just his speed running to the sideline.
He's not very big. He only weighs 170 pounds, as you can see there. He was Mr. Football in Alabama, and they just want him getting a hold of the football in any way they can.
He runs with that big dog theory in mind.
The penalty moves it out now to the 47 of Alabama. This one intended for Todd Kitchen. Double coverage, and we're going to see a lot of double coverage on number 49, and one of those guys was Mark McMillan.
And that's going to be the responsibility of Chad Luke when he sees that double coverage to go to the other guy who might be there in single coverage. That way LSU has the opportunity to make the big play in this ball game.
Did you see that score a little bit ago?
Which score was that?
The Kansas-Nebraska score.
What was it, Gary?
I think the Jayhawks are leading. 12:37 to go now in this first quarter. Second down, 10. Handoff this time to Leo Abel, the fullback. He gets inside the Bama 45 to the 44-yard line. That will make it third down coming up, and still 7 yards to go. Steve Webb and Robert Stewart. There's Stewart. Boy, is he a weightlifting fanatic. He lives in the weight room. He can bench press 500 pounds.
Bench pressing 500 pounds. Great speed. You see there 6 quarterback sacks, 46 tackles.
James Jacquet is checked in. There's a little shovel to Jacquet, and that fooled absolutely nobody. Loop on a little shovel pass. Completes it to Jacquet, and they lose yardage back inside the 50 to the 49. Antonio London snipped that one out, and they lost 7.
That was the best defense of a shovel pass I have ever seen. I've never seen one stop as well or effectively. Watch Lope, he's going back, and watch the shovel pass right there, and Jacquet goes nowhere. As soon as he catches the ball, he's hit.
Fourth down, still 13 yards to go. As to punt the football, once again it'll be Brian Griffin. Palmer is back, and you know they're concerned about this. Palmer's going to fair catch this one, though, and he does at the 12-yard line, a 38-yard punt. So we've had some fireworks early, a 90-yard punt return, and that's the difference in the early going. The redshirt freshman, his first start, he's out of Trussville, Alabama, a suburb of Birmingham, replacing Danny Woodson, who's been suspended indefinitely. The first snap for the Tide, they give off to Siran Stacy, and Stacy negotiates the 17-yard line and knocked down there. Let's look now offensively at a line that has really bothered Gene Stallings a lot. Toby Shields is their best player at center. It's a young line, and has at times not performed up to Coach Stallings' expectations,
which are rather high.
Yes, they are. Second down and 7 yards to go. Line of scrimmage to 16, pitch to Palmer. Here's trouble if you're on the opposing team to the 25, and he makes it out for a first down to the 28-yard line. And is he quick? That's a 12-yard gain. As we look at this defense of LSU, which is next to last against the rush in the SEC, Boutte will be playing in the National Football League next year. Wharton, his dad used to be the chancellor at LSU. Linebackers Washington and Walker, they are very active inside. Sean King, up-and-coming sophomore. And in the secondary, a lot of interceptions. And Rodney Young, a true freshman, his first start of his career. First down now at the 27. Palmer again, but they're going to pitch this time to Stacy across the 30. Spins his way to the 31 and gang tackle there.
Now, Gary, before we get going too long, and I want to mention something that happened on the last play when Palmer carried the football. When he got to that sideline, he was one cut away from breaking another tackle or making a moving and maybe being in the open field going for a touchdown. The sidelines of this football field are very soft. It was covered when we came in here Friday. Thursday, they had a lot of rain. It is very, very soft. It is going to give away a lot if you make a hard cut on the sidelines.
He came in against Tennessee and directed the team to victory. There's a pass completed just short of the 50-yard line to the 49. That'll be a gain of 9. And this is a true freshman, Curtis Brown, out of Johns Island, South Carolina. Ray Adams over to make the stop for LSU. It'll be now first down at the 49-yard line. Second down and a yard. They were just a yard short of the first down. Hand off to Turner. He'll get the first down, and look at him move the pile, would you? People just going backwards as he grinds his way to the 45. Clayton Mouton was over there to make the stop along with Reggie Walker. And right now, Alabama, good ball control, moving the ball relentlessly, and this has been their game all year long. Gene Stallings in his second year. Lost his first 3 games in Alabama. They now have won 13 of the last 16. Hand off to Turner. Turner breaking tackles to the 30, to the 25. Ray Adams on the stop again, a 21-yard run by the senior.
And Turner gets up limping a little bit, Gary. Got up, hopped on his leg a little bit. We'll follow him. Take a look at this. He gets good blocking up front, but the play hits hard, wide open. And look, he breaks one tackle right there. That's Anthony Marshall. Then he goes on number 21, Ray Adams. Folks, Ray Adams did a great job to bring him down by himself.
With the steam he had built up, right? Curly Hallman, who played for Gene Stallings at Texas A&M and All Southwest Conference defensive back, pitch to Stacy, and Stacy takes it inside the 10. Knocked down there. Al Ford, the referee. That's not the live Bengal Tiger. Well, that Mike the Fifth was impressive, isn't he?
And he's just a young little kitten out there in the cage.
Going to bring up now, second down. And still about 3 yards to go. The line of scrimmage at the 7. They can get a first and goal at the 2. Alabama with a 7-0 lead. There's Christy Phillips, an LSU cheerleader, the outstanding gymnast for the United States. This is the other fullback, Martin Houston, and his heel load at 235 pounds. Replacing Turner, as Lynn had mentioned, Turner getting up a little gimpy. So Houston takes it inside before Rose Swan, no relation to Lynn, I might add, and Ricardo Washington on the stop. And they're going to be now third down and still about 2 yards to go.
Now, when I came down to LSU, people were asking me if I had a brother or son out here playing. I said, well, yeah, I guess I'm old enough to have a son in college, but I don't.
Hand off to Houston again, and Houston met with the resistance, didn't get it. It'll be fourth down. Good reaction by Reggie Walker. Also, Anthony Marshall, who will really hit you, number 14. Let's look at it.
The defensive line here for LSU, I don't think can stand toe-to-toe all afternoon, but they do a good job right here engaging the blockers, then coming up and gang tackling.
Well, this isn't an automatic here. Matt Wethington will come in to attempt the field goal. This has been an area that has concerned Gene Stallings. They're 7 of 14 in field goals. And
knowing Gene, he intentionally kept that ball inside the hash marks to give him the best shot of making this field goal.
Wethington kicked 2 last week. This is a 21-yard attempt, and he put that one right down the pipe, right down the middle. And so the Tide adds 3 points to the lead, 10-0, 6:22 to go in the first quarter. Cole will be kicking off for the Tide, who leads it 10-0. Hits it well. Benson Fuller takes it at the 10, up to the 20, to the 25, and weaves his way just short of the 30-yard line. Gary Bender along with Lynn Swan. 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Loop giving off to Jacquette. Here he goes. Jacquette with a first down. Teague made the stop, and Jacquet is one of those guys that'll make you miss. Only 175 pounds and a sophomore, and that's a 14-yard gain.
He's got some quick moves, and what we're going to have to see, Gary, he breaks that play quickly through the defensive line, the linebacking cores in the secondary. What LSU has to do then to break him for a touchdown, make sure the wide receivers come in and block on the safeties to give him another alley and spring.
Curly Hallman has had the tailback by committee most of this year, playing a lot of guys, but Jacquet could be the guy they've been looking for. Luke back to throw on a first down. Over the middle, complete to Kitchen with the 35. He's to the 30. Looked like that ball almost didn't get put away, but he was able to hang on. Michael Rogers made a stop, a gain of 20, as Kitchen playing with a badly bruised shoulder, which they have a special pad on, making the catch.
And he took a pretty good shot after he got turned upfield.
He's coming off the field right now and kind of moving that arm around, Lynn, like it might be bothering him.
He got bounced around like he was in one of those pinball machines.
From the 30-yard line, Luke gives to Jacquet again, and the sophomore takes it to the 25, to the 24. The ball is loose. Let's see. Nope. He got it under his arm. Looked like some players diving around as though it might have come loose, but Jacquet hangs on, and he takes it inside the 25 to the 24. Curry and Rockwell combine on the tackle.
All those bodies you saw flying, Gary, were just guys in their own individual battles. It just happened to fall over the pile late.
It's just SEC football, right?
You got it.
29 seconds left now in the quarter. Second down, 4. Luke, quick hitch, far side, complete to Mike Garrett. And Garrett inside the 15 to the 14, another first down.
Gary didn't move on Chad Luke's part, came to the line of scrimmage. I have to believe he was calling an audible because he saw them coming with the blitz. He saw he was going to have man coverage, called a quick passing play so he wouldn't be under a lot of pressure, got the ball away clean, and they moved the sticks because he picks up another first down.
Boy, this is a big drive for LSU. Down 10 to nothing, nothing going well as we come to the end of this first quarter. So Curly Hallman's team now putting some pieces together. Gene Stallings and the Tide with a 10 to nothing lead. Well, statistically, LSU climbing back in this because the last 4 plays they picked up 3 first downs.
And if you look at Alabama, 70 yards rushing, if you multiply that by the 4 quarters we have in the ball game, they'd be right on the money with their 276 average per game.
58th, the national championship. That was Billy Cannon, the Heisman Trophy winner that played on that team. We start the second quarter. First down, handoff to Jacquet, and Curry went sliding over. Is he quick? Did he close that one down, number 80?
That's a perfect play, Gary, to illustrate how quickness on the defensive line comes into play. There was a hole opening up on the left side of the line. If he had gotten to it, we're talking about at least an 8-9 yard pickup in the game, but Curry sliced in from his in position to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
6'6", 265, a junior. Great physical specimen. No gain on the play. Kitchen has come back into the game. He split to the top of the field. Wesley Jacob to the near side. Chad Luke trying to get the Tigers on the scoreboard. Throwing far corner. Kitchen. Did he make the catch? Yes. He did! Touchdown! Oh, what a catch by Kitchen. 15 yards.
Remarked before in the first quarter how important it was when Alabama to get on the scoreboard quick to quiet this LSU crowd. Right here, Todd Kitchen gets him back into the ball game. The catch is wonderful, but watch him make sure he stays in bounds. He stutter steps right there. There's the catch. 1 foot in. That's a pro move all the way, Gary.
Oh, it's tremendous play by Kitchen. Point after attempt now by Pedro Suarez. And it's a 3-point game. 14-14 to go in the first half. And Todd Kitchen with his 4th touchdown catch of the year. And what footwork, a la Lynn Swann. Well, we're just marveling on the play that Todd Kitchen made. There's the drive, the 15-yard touchdown catch. For Luke, that was his 6th touchdown toss. He was 3 of 3 on the drive for 44 yards. 6-play drive, and 4 of those plays went for first down. Kickoff deep, Chris Anderson. And Anderson, who's about their 3rd-string tailback, but be starting a lot of places, brings it out to the 28-yard line. Ivory Hilliard made the stop there. He is an FU of Dalton with the New Orleans Saints. Anderson last week, I should say last year, had 116 yards against this LSU team. Let's go back and look at this play to Todd Kitchen.
Well, what you have to marvel at is the maturity of this young man, the poise, he's under pressure. He's going to beat number 1, Stacy Harrison, who has 3 interceptions coming into this game. He gets right there, just holds his body back, concentrating with his eyes, hands, it all comes together. Beautiful play.
Handoff now, straight ahead to Kevin Turner, and he runs into congestion. You can see now the motion has changed a little bit in this game.
Well, a couple of things, Gary. Obviously, Todd Kitchen's touchdown catch, but when they stopped Alabama, forcing them to kick the field goal, that's a key play for the defense. That's a key situation that makes them feel better about what they're doing. They know they can stop this football team now. Now they have to hope it carries over and they keep focused.
From the 30-yard line, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Jay Barker wants to throw. Delivered to Kevin Lee. And Lee, the sophomore from Mobile, across the 35, just about to the 36. It'll bring up 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Lee hasn't caught that many passes. It's only his 7th of the year. Corey White was on the stop along with Ray Adams. 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
LSU, not a team that likes to blitz a lot, comes into this ball game wanting to give Jay Barker a lot of different looks, hopefully confusing him, thinking they're going to blitz, then backing out into zone coverage.
Pitch comes to Derek Lassick, and you talk about a guy that runs hard. This junior from Haverstraw, New York, does the job, but there is a penalty flag. It would be enough for the first down, but let's see what the flag is all about. Now, wait a minute, it's holding against LSU. Wow, that's a surprise.
Sure is.
They had never pointed until now, and so it will give Alabama a first down at the 49.
Well, folks, all those things I said, forget about it.
Well, I think he pointed the other way.
He did.
At the 49 now of LSU. Barker pitching to Lassick. Watch this guy run. He just takes it to people. Look at him, stay on his feet to the 41. Derek Lassick. He was a number 2 rusher a year ago. He is a guy that Gene Stallings said, I don't think I've had anybody that runs harder than this guy does. And he's coming out now. He's shaking up on the play.
He dove over that pile, took a little step over some bodies, and he took about 4 or 5 licks on that one play, Gary.
Picked up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. Handoff to Turner, and Turner's got the first down to the 35. So Alabama coming right back at him. We're going to show you, document that the officials do make mistakes once in a while.
Calls holding and points to the Alabama side.
Curly Hallman was in shock when they started marking the yardage off the other way.
Alabama just continues to pound up the middle.
First down at the 35 for the Crimson Tide. Stacy in the ball game now, and he may get a couple of yards. What a story. Siran Stacy, missing all of last year with a severe knee injury he sustained in the first game, battling back and leading the SEC in rushing. What a great young kid he is. I had the opportunity to meet him this year in Phoenix, visit with him, and he made a point of saying hello to me way up here in the press box.
Yeah, he came over, introduced himself to me on the sideline, and said he met you down there and just wanted to say hello.
What a class act he is. Barker back to throw. And at the 15-yard line, a rolling catch is made by Prince Wembley. What a catch by number 32, an 18-yard gain.
Wow, that was very close to being short hop. Everybody from LSU just about back in a zone coverage. Not much pressure was put on Barker. He had a chance to roll out, look downfield, and find his prince of receivers.
Oh, the prince of receivers, the junior from Miami, Florida. 18-yard gain to the 15. Handoff Turner again. Turner to the 5. Boy, is he something. One year he caught 48 passes for Alabama. That is a record for running backs. He blocks so well, and you can see how well he's carrying. He's carried the ball 7 times already for 56 yards. And he brings up now 2nd down and a yard to go.
And he's putting a lot of black and blue marks on Washington and Walker and the linebackers for LSU.
Quick pitch, Stacy. Stacy's got a block. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Alabama.
I guess who threw the block?
Turner.
You got it. Kevin Turner. Gene Stallings always preach discipline, hard work. Watch the teamwork right here in the discipline. They charge, they come off, blocking off the pursuit. Right there. What you don't see is Kevin Turner in the backfield throwing the key block. Stacy almost lost that football, but getting it into the end zone safe.
Well, they've had a drive of 84 yards that culminated in a field goal. This one was 72 yards. Weddington's point after is on the way. It's good. So Alabama takes the crowd out of it again as they've retaken their 10-point lead, 17-7. And here we are, the crowd, neighborhood of 80,000 at Death Valley. Stacy just a moment ago with the touchdown. He scored a touchdown today, and that bodes well for the Tide. This kickoff very short. The up back's going to take it at the 25-yard line, and a big hit as he gets to the 28. That's Thomas Simon, the guy who fielded that short kickoff. Handoff coming to Odell Beckham, and Beckham takes it across the 35, and he's very close to the 1st down. They like this guy. He's been fumbling a lot as Mark McMillan and Derek Oden made the stop on Beckham out of Marshall, Texas.
Well, Curley told us he had this young man in there playing him a lot, just wanted him to play and toughen him up some. He plays a lot on special teams, and right in that run, Gary, he showed me he's pretty tough.
He's their biggest running back at 193 pounds at that tailback spot. 1st down run, moves it out to the 38. You see the time left in the 1st half. Loop on the play action. Up the field, Kitchen at the 45 with a 41. Mark McMillan makes the stop, and I'll tell you, this Kitchen runs great routes. That's a 20-yard completion on the play.
20-yard completion. There's an excellent pattern called. He's got a man holding down the short zone coverage underneath. He puts an inside fake there. The corner's being held. He runs a hook. The ball's on the inside. He drifts right back to it to make the catch. Nice adjustment.
He's excited, isn't he? At the point, it's going to be 2nd down and 33 yards to go. Loop, shovel pass. Again, nobody is fooled as Beckham had no place to go, and Curry was there again. And I'll tell you, Eric Curry is making such penetration, I don't know how they can get that play ever to work.
It almost looked to me as if Eric Curry was tackling him before he even got the ball. We'll take a look. Curley comes in right there. No, the ball was in the air.
Wow, he checked him out in a hurry, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did. Maybe they saw that in the film and they were just ready for it.
Boy, that's twice they've snuffed it out. 3rd down and 39 now. They're going backwards. They're at the 30-yard line. They need to go to the 31 of Alabama for a 1st down. Loop in trouble. He's going to get some of it back to the 40. Excellent job of running the ball to the 41, but still a long ways to go for the 1st down, and Luke may be hurt. I'm impressed with this guy. He got off to a shaky start, and that right shoulder doesn't look good right now.
No, he's in a lot of pain, Gary.
That would mean that Jesse Daigle, a sophomore, also from Baton Rouge, would come in at quarterback if he can't continue. Griffith will punt the football. Palmer is back at the 20. That's returnable, line drive. Palmer at the 25, and good coverage by the Tigers as they stop him at the 28-yard line. Let's go back and look at Loop as they look over his shoulder.
Now we know we've grown accustomed to seeing quarterbacks slide, but he's trying to get that 1st down, hoping he can just get to the outside. Sam Shade, number 31, is a man coming over for the stop, and right there, he just hits the turf. Now this turf is very soft, but he still hits that pretty hard. I don't know at this moment whether it was the shoulder, Gary, or the elbow that is hurting him.
Yeah, that ball cradle like that, it even accentuates the problem. Here's a handoff to Lassick, who's back into the game now. And he is able to dart his way across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And there's Daigle. He started 3 games for the Tigers this year. He's getting ready should he need to come in, as we have 1:12 left in the first half. 32-yard line now, 2nd down and 6 for Alabama. 17-7, the Tide with the lead. Jay Barker pitches back to Lassick again. Lassick across the 35. He's got the first down across the 40 to the 43. Anthony Marshall made the stop there. Hand off this time to Turner. Turner to the 50. The tackle there is time expiring here in the first half. Ricardo Washington, they've made that one gasp effort to try to get on the scoreboard. Now apparently a little more content to just take their 10-point lead in the locker room, but now they'll call a timeout.
As I started to say, Danny Woodson not starting in this ball game, but Jay Barker done a great job just handing the ball off, making the running attack. Has worked well. Alabama has not missed a beat in terms of their offensive game plan and strategy. Well, right now, I'm sure Gene Stallings is concerned about the fact that this Alabama football team has given LSU a number of windows in which to climb back through and into this ball game. They're up 17-7 at the moment, but LSU could very well have been on the scoreboard with another 7 points.
3rd down now and 4 yards to go. That's what the Tide has done on 3rd down conversions. You see the time remaining in the first half. Barker's going to go deep again, and he makes the connection. It's Kevin Lee to the 25, and they're going to call another timeout to stop the clock. 25-yard gain. 1 timeout left for the Tide. They have it at the 25. After the 25-yard completion, Alabama has elected to go for the field goal with 9 seconds. Be a 42-yard attempt. Now, Matt Weddington has kicked one of 27 and 25 yards. Those coming last week, so this would be a career long. From 42, Jeff Wall will hold. Trying to build their 10-point lead. A high snap. Weddington's kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And what a boost that's going to be to Gene Stallings' kicking game.
I have to believe, Gary, he tried to go for the big play early on, see if his team could come away with a touchdown these last few seconds. They didn't do it. He calls a timeout, figuring, well, let's move the ball downfield, give my kicker a chance. It might be long, but we've got nothing to lose. If he makes it, it might be the kind of success that gives him confidence for the rest of the season. It's a good snap, a good hold. Matt just gets his foot into it, and he's got a little bit left on this.
And he hit it right down the middle. You realize that's the first field goal this year over 40 yards for Alabama. And halftime, Alabama leading at 20-7. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium on the campus of LSU. Alabama the 20-7 lead. And we're going to take a look at the individual leaders first for the Crimson Tide. I tell you, Tommy Barker's done a very good job. Jay Barker has, as in that first half, he engineered the Tide to the 20 points, 7 of 10 completions. Didn't turn the ball over. Turner, the big rusher, 73 yards, and he distributed the ball very well to his wide receivers, Lynn.
He sure did. Moved it around very nicely, striking some kind of balance between the run and the pass. But as we mentioned earlier, that Palmer is not up there with his big punt return. Special teams doing a great job.
They call it the deuces loose, number 2. And looking at LSU, I thought Luke did a very commendable job. He did suffer the 1 interception. Now, watching on the sideline, looks to me like we're going to have a quarterback change. I think Jesse Daigle is going to start the second half. Jacquette gave him a little bit of a lift there.
But no one's been able to come in terms of the running game and make the big play. Take a look at the possessions of Alabama in the first half. Their own 12, they came up with a field goal. Field position has been good for them.
If you look at LSU and their possessions, their longest drive was 6 plays, and they got some points out of it.
And 1 touchdown, and they can move the ball against Alabama. And what they have to hope for here is that they do get a little better field position. Maybe they can make a big play, create a turnover, a fumble, or an interception, and get into this game right away. They're down 20-7, but they're certainly not out of this ball game.
We don't even see Chad Luke. It's going to be Daigle, the new quarterback, the sophomore from Baton Rouge. There he is. and looks like he may have put on some extra pads. But Daigle, we think, is going to come in. We'll wait and see. There is his stats on the year. He started 3 games this year. He is very quick, runs the option very effectively for the Tigers. As Pedro Suarez kicking off on the near side. Chris Anderson at the goal line will bring it out. Up to the 15, to the 20, and tackled at the 23. Alabama will start from there. Crowd today, 78,838, the 14th largest crowd ever here in this beautiful, magnificent setting for college football. Rodney Young made the stop. They're going to mark the ball just across the 24. And there's the upset, Tennessee over Notre Dame. And look how the Irish jumped on top early, 21-0 in the first quarter. What a win for Johnny Majors and the Vols and the SEC. Parker pitching Siran Stacy, and he's in trouble, going nowhere. Excellent play by Sean King. This is the guy the coaches said they really don't know how good he can be, and he doesn't either for that matter. He has so much potential, a sophomore out of Monroe, Louisiana.
He's blessed with so much natural talent and ability, but what the coaches say is that he needs to really focus. He can't just go off like a loose cannon. They like more aggressive players on defense, but he's really got to channel it.
Loss of 4 back to the 20-yard line. Just underway, second half. Parker, the quarterback, has Palmer in motion now. Play action, beautiful fake, and he bounced the ball to Palmer.
Hello.
Well, it was a nice fake. 3rd and 14. Christy Phillips, the gymnast. She's the youngest gymnast ever to appear on the front of a Sports Illustrated magazine.
She's about 13 years old when she did it.
Yep. Won the America Cup. Had the opportunity to do the World Gymnastics Championships this year, and I have so much respect for those athletes. What discipline, what dedication they had. 3rd and 14 now for the tie. Blitz coming. Nope, they pulled it off. Barker back. Delivers to Wembley, and Wembley can't do it. He trapped it. It hit the ground. And so LSU is able to hold on the first series. Ray Adams defending on the play. And the dangerous Todd Kitchen will go back to receive the punt.
Well, that time the LSU's defense makes the smart play. They show blitz. They pull out of it, forcing an audible at the line of scrimmage. Secondary comes through.
Tank Williamson, you see his average in the first half, not all that good. Kitchen back. And he's coming up on the fly. The 45. He's going to be hemmed in and dropped there, but he's always seeking the big play. He's fun to watch. 29-yard punt, 4-yard return. LSU with a football when we come back. Chad Luke will not start this series as we begin the first snap for LSU. And this guy, Jesse Daigle, comes in, and what a great field position to come into. He has the ball at the 46 of Alabama.
I think that's the best of the day. Defense came out and did what they had to do. Now they've got the opportunity to score quickly.
Abel the fullback. Jacquette is the tailback. That's Jacob going in motion. Hand off to Jacquette. And Jacquette showing his quickness, carrying the pile with him, and he's very close to a first down. John Sullins made the stop. Now remember, Jacquette is only 175 pounds. But he kept pumping those legs, didn't he?
We'll take a look at it. Godfrey is a center. He's on Stewart. He takes him on. Stewart gets him up very quickly, and then he's able to get down underneath him just a bit and keep him away from the play.
That's impressive.
Actually, it looked like Stewart wasn't trying that hard, to tell you the truth.
Gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Jacob in motion again. Daigle gives to Abel, and Abel, not easy. I don't know if he got the first down or not. He tried to hit off that right-hand side. Copeland and Sullins were there.
We're about 2 light years away from the field in this booth, but from here, it doesn't look like he made it.
So Abel, who is a sophomore out of Baton Rouge, out of Catholic High School, a 215-pound sophomore, didn't get the first down. It's 3rd down and still a yard.
Sometimes, Gary, a team can suffer in adversity, losing a player, a bad situation that pulls them together, makes them a little tougher.
0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions thus far. They have a nice strong right, and Alabama. Encroachment, or were they drawn up?
Well, you know, Gary, early in the ball game, number 73, the guard, Ronnie Simnich, was moving quite a bit and hadn't got
Before
called
the ball
for it.
snap, defense offside. 5 yards, first down.
And hadn't got called for it. I think if he continues, he's eventually going to get caught.
Well, this time it goes against the Tide, and that'll give him a first down by penalty. Moving the ball to the 32. Stallings had a lot of penalties. He's not happy about it.
No. Keep it.
You can see they're much more effective at night. We'll talk more about that. If you ever come in here at night, I did years ago, it's intimidating. Here's Daigle on a sprint out. He's got running room. He's going to throw to Kitchen. He makes a juggling catch. Well, they got to get that dial stick down or somebody's going to get hurt. Antonio London was over there. Boy, you got to knock that stick down. And they didn't have time to, evidently.
Take a look. The receiver is coming to the sideline. Daigle does have lots of room to run. Looking for a receiver. I was afraid he was going to try and go too far downfield, but Kitchen bobbles it a little bit here, grabs control, and the guy doesn't get, the official just doesn't get that stick down in time. You know, that's how Bubba Smith got hurt.
Yes, it is.
Like when he was playing for the Baltimore Colts.
That's a good point.
Ended up with a knee operation. He was finished.
Kitchen with his 4th catch. Boy, is he something special. Yeah. Able to full back. He's got it to the 15. First down to the 13. George Teague, the free safety, made the stop. A gain of 9. I tell you, LSU with Daigle at the controls have been very efficient on this drive. Substitution, Jacquette will replace Vincent Fuller at tailback.
The LSU offensive line, they take charge. Defensive line for Alabama tries to burrow low, but they keep him down. Putting a nice little lane off tackle.
A poor punt of 29 yards gave LSU this good field position. They're capitalizing on it, but this time Antonio London storming through, throws Jacquette for a loss. I tell you, London has been a big play guy. He's blocked a couple of field goals this year, and Gene Stallings said one thing about it: he will run you down.
If he doesn't have long arms, they're a little bit longer now. He just reaches back with a big right arm and just hog ties it.
Pretty impressive. Kitchen goes split to the top of the field along with Jacob. A loss of 4 on the play. 3rd down, 14. Rolling out. Up the field, intended for Kitchen, broken up. Incomplete. Kitchen over the middle. Now 3rd down coming up. A Stacy Harrison and Sam Shade defending. Their Shade. He's the true freshman out of Birmingham. Been playing a lot along with Tommy Johnson, another true freshman.
Well, this is a good play for LSU, with the exception of Daigle just not getting his feet set. Throws the ball behind the receiver.
3rd down, 14 yards to go from the line of scrimmage, the 17. Jacobs put to the near side, Kitchen to the top. Single running back is able.
And they're blitzing.
They are, they're coming after him. He gets it off, complete to Mike Garrett. They'll be considerably short of the first down. They had the blitz coming. John Sullins was blitzing. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Garrett with the catch, the junior out of the Woodlands in Texas.
Now you had to know the blitz was going to come. They had a little quick pass called here. It's getting pressure. Look at the big man go up in the air. John Sullins. He gets the ball away well short of the first down. 4th
down, and here comes one of the better field goal kickers in the country. Pedro Suarez. He's 11 of 15. This will be a 30-yard attempt. Daigle will hold. Suarez's kick is on the way, and it's good. And so the Tigers get 3 out of a field position that began at the 46. 20-10. We come back. Well, after a late touchdown pass beat Auburn on October 8th, 1988, the crowd noise at Tiger Stadium was so intense, the vibrations registered on the seismograph, or the earthquake machine, or on the Richter scale, whatever it might be. And I don't know if I believe that or not, but it's a fact. Kicking off now is LSU. Mounting along the ground, Lassick will get it there. Comes up to the 25 and tackled there. At the 25, Alabama, whose first series went no place in the second half. It'll be Palmer in motion. Hand off, goes to the far side. And it's Stacy bringing it across the 45, the 50, and tackled in the LSU end of the field. 16-yard gain.
This is when you start seeing the wrinkles off the plays we looked at for most of the first half. You saw Palmer going in motion most of the time in the first half. The ball would go in that direction, if not to Palmer or someone else. This time they gave him the same look, the same action, then gave it to Siran Stacy, going against the grain on the other side.
Anthony Marshall comes out of the game. He's been shaken up. Handoff this time to Turner at 73 yards in the first half. He's to the 45 there. Some juggernaut football right now by Alabama. They're coming right at him. Ruvelro, is that the way you pronounce it? Ruvelro. Swan made the stop. I'll just call him Rue. Boy, he's a good player though, isn't he?
Yeah.
See the arms on him a while ago?
Arms I don't want wrapped around me, that's for sure.
Just short of the 45, second down. Long 6. Pitch comes back to Palmer. And Palmer is met at the 43-yard line. Pretty good reaction that time by LSU. Mark Boutte, haven't called his name that much. The senior out of Lake Charles was over to make the stop.
Take a look at the blocks here. You know, Stacy's an excellent runner, but he's called upon the block too, and he's getting out here. Good technique. He gets down low, just pushes a man a little bit to the outside. Wasn't able to take him down all the way, but you like to know that your tailback, after you've been blocking for him all day, is going to lower his head for you.
Third down and 4. Barker on the blitz, and he gets rid of it. It'll be intentional grounding. Ray Adams coming on the near side, untouched on the blitz, got to it. The penalty flag will be for intentional grounding.
On the blind side, Gary, Barker drops back to pass, and watch him, he's going to be facing the other way. He's got his back to the blitzing man. So number 21, Ray Adams, he doesn't see him until right now. Now Ray almost makes a critical error. Instead of going right to the body, he goes off to the side.
Nice play by Adams, the junior out of Jasper, Texas. Loss on the play of 13 yards. And so fourth down comes up, and Tank Williamson to punt, and not a good punt again. Kitchen comes up at the 30, 35, he's to the 40. And this exciting senior brings the ball just short of the 45 before Will Brown made the stop. Todd Kitchen, the all-SEC pick, grew up right here in Baton Rouge. Alabama in this third quarter seemingly has been on defense all the time, backed into their end of the field. Daigle on a second down, gives off this time to Jermaine Williams, a fullback. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to spot the ball short of the 35. New tight end, Anthony Williams coming in. Sullins and Lemansky Hall made the stop. Early Holman had some great miracles when he was at Southern Mississippi. He beat Gene Stallings in Gene's first game in Alabama. Last year also upsetting Auburn. Florida State in '89. It's 0 for 6 on third down now as Daigle takes the snap, gives it off to Beckham, and Beckham trying to get the first down. Did he get it? Did he get it?
I don't think he did, Gary. It's pretty close. Gary, I'm surprised at the way he was holding that football. He was covering it up so much, he looked like he was running very tight. There was a lot of room to the outside if he had broken to his left.
A yard to go and fourth down. A big decision, and LSU is taking no time in making that decision. They are going to go for it. Fourth and a yard. Beckham, Jermaine Williams in the backfield. Big play in this game. Jacob in motion. Pitch comes back. Beckham. Big hit was put on by Teague. Oh, what a hit. There is a penalty flag, however, at the line of scrimmage. What a hit. It looked like Beckham would get the first down, and Teague unloaded. The penalty, I think, is against Alabama. It is. Wow. What a critical mistake by the Tide after that great defensive stop. Let's just listen to this hit, Lynn. We won't say a word. Beckham's the carrier. Oh.
Hello.
That was Teague, also Gregory, but it was mainly Teague. So first down by penalty at the 30. Hand off to Beckham again. And Beckham fights his way to the 22, make that the 27-yard line. Derek Oden on the stop. This guy has run tough, hasn't he?
Beckham is running very hard. You see him holding onto that football with two hands, not wanting the ball to pop loose.
43 yards on 7 carries. He gets a breather now as they make some changes. Leo Abel, the fullback, has come into the game, and Jacquette joins him in the backfield. 2nd down and 8. Pitch to Jacquette. Jacquette to the 20. 1st down. He's at the 18. Mark McMillan, the cornerback, only 5'8", 160, dropped him. Teague was also over there, and LSU is moving.
Last time they got inside the 20-yard line, they had to settle for a field goal early in this 3rd period.
It's been LSU in the 3rd period all the way. They keep hammering away. Thus far, they've gotten 3 out of the quarter. One thing to mention, Stewart is out of there, the big nose guard. He's been on this series hurt, and so they're running right at it, at that nose guard spot. 1st and goal at the 6. Dago pitching to Jacquette. Nice open field tackle by Antonio Langham. Boy, that was a very good open field stop. The guy that Gene Stallings says is really going to be something, just a sophomore out of Town Creek, Alabama. And that's going to be the last snap of the 3rd quarter. What a quarter it's been for the homestanding Tigers, who have climbed back in. Look at this. Alabama's allowed 6 scores in the 4th quarter in the last 12 games. And right now, on a 2nd and goal from the 5, this is the 11th play of the drive. Only one of those plays have they attempted to pass. They've been on the ground the rest of the way. Dago has him at the line of scrimmage. Jacquette trying to go wide, and he's buried. Play designed to go up the middle, and he didn't see anything. Tried to go wide, and Curry, I should say, along with Sullins and Lemansky Hall, read it and dropped him back out at the 7-yard line.
Well, Lemansky Hall, playing an outside linebacker, came upfield from his position to take anything to the outside and push it back in. Actually, it got knocked down to the ground, got up, came back and made the play.
0 for 7 on 3rd downs is LSU. 3rd and goal from the 7 here. Jacob goes in motion. Dago running far side. Copeland giving chase. End zone, it's intercepted. Picked up. Langham with his 5th interception of the year. Boy, what a big play that is for Alabama.
Tough mistake here. All of his receivers are really covered, Gary. I really don't know where he was throwing that football. You see there were 3 white jerseys in between he and Todd Kitchen.
Yeah, Kitchen had no chance to get there, and that's Daigle throwing the interception. He hasn't played all that much. It's his 4th interception of the year and the 5th pickoff by Langham. They bring it out to the 20. Lassick trying to go wide. Ricardo Washington makes the stop, short of the 25. Well, they still only allowed 6 scores in the 4th quarter, and Alabama defense.
Stats here from the 3rd quarter, of the game through the 3rd quarter. You see LSU coming back into this ball game. 132 yards rushing is what's put them in that ball game. Unfortunately, they were not able to capitalize in that last series, and that may come back to haunt them, Gary.
Big play in the game. Langham with his 4th interception, stopping that drive, and now at the 25, it comes to Lassick again. And Lassick powers for the 1st down. When I say runs hard, that's an understatement. Ivory Hilliard over to make the stop. 12-yard gain on the play. 1st down now at the 35. Stacy across the 45. He is going to be knocked out just short of the 50 by Hilliard again. 13-yard gain by Stacy. Corey Raymond also ever on that far side. Number 19 on the tackle. 1st down at the Alabama 49. Daigle would like to have that pass back, wouldn't he?
Oh, he sure would. I mean, you get in a situation like that, the team's moving down the field very, very well. Again, he only threw a couple of passes in that drive. One was incomplete and then picked off.
13-yard gain puts Stacy over 2,000 yards in his career as Turner now blasts inside the 45. He passed Tony Nathan in the career rushing list. Turner tackled by McCorvey and Hilliard. Palmer started this thing out with electricity, 90-yard punt return. Barker very resourceful running the team. They're right at their pace to get a 275 yards rushing per game. The 2 interceptions. Luke was hurt. Daigle throwing the interception in relief of him in the end zone a moment ago. 3rd and 7. Barker to Wembley, and a flag on the play. Coverage that time by Darryl McCorvey.
When you went through that summary, I was about to say, you know, we haven't heard a whole lot from that young man, number two for Alabama, Palmer. And then they just tried to get the ball to him. I thought when the game started, after that punt return from 90 yards, he'd be all over this field. But LSU has really come in, contained him throughout the game. On that play, they were trying to get the pass to him.
This flag occurred away from the pass. This is Kevin Lee, the wide receiver, and being held on by Wayne Williams. And so the penalty flag away from the ball as McCorvey on this side covering. And the penalty now sets it up at the 25-yard line, 1st down.
Now, some people may think it was a late flag, but if the ball had not been thrown, it would not have been a penalty.
Barker has him at the 25, trying to put the lid on this one to Stacy. Stacy changes direction, and look at this run to the 15. Beautiful run by Siran Stacy. McCorvey and Wharton make the stop.
Kind of interesting, you know, we're used to seeing some running backs, Gary, come up, change direction without stopping. I mean, just one step and go. Siran came in, almost came to a stop, then kind of drifted to his right and started to pick up a little more steam before he was tackled.
He now has 94 yards on 16 carries. 1st down at the 12, mishandled ball. They didn't make the exchange, and LSU's got it.
Nobody home.
John King, number 89, was the guy that came up with it. And as you were just talking about him putting it away, all of a sudden, there's a little window left open, and LSU is still alive in this football game.
Well, like I said, they were knocking on the door, but nobody was home to open it up. He looked like he tried to put that ball in there, but instead he put it on the hip. Never got into his stomach so he could hold on to it. John King comes over.
So, at the 12, Jesse Daigle will start the drive for LSU. Daigle to Kitchen. He makes the catch for a 1st down. Mark McMillan there. You don't think Daigle's not going to look for 49 on this drive?
Well, he's going to look for him. He wants to put the ball in there. That time he did a nice job on the rollout, getting his body turned, Gary, so he had more control over that pass. And I'll tell you, Kitchen reminds me of another receiver that came through LSU a couple years back, Wendell Davis, who now plays for the Chicago Bears.
He now has 5 catches for 77 yards. Daigle on the pitch to Jacquet. Jacquet not going very far as Antonio London, who can run so well. Lemansky Hall is a former safety, now playing linebacker, number 11. Read it so well, and there's virtually no gain on the play. There is Hall out of Valley, Alabama. He was a high school quarterback, an all-stater. Miami getting ready for the showdown with Florida State. Leading in the 3rd quarter. It's not easy, though, is it?
No.
2nd down, a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Hand up. Abel to the 30-yard line. They'll be 5 yards short of the 1st down.
Alabama's getting a lot of people on that defensive unit, Gary, up close to that line of scrimmage looking for the run. That time they got the ball past that defensive front. Stacey Harrison had to come up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
Boy, Virginia beating North Carolina State decisively today. Thus far, LSU has not converted any 3rd downs. They're 0 for 8. Blitz coming up the middle, got it to Kitchen, and they got the 1st down. So that's the first time they've been successful on 3rd down, and it was their money man, Kitchen, who I think is really hurting. Every time he gets up, he kind of windmills that arm, trying to loosen it up.
Trying to keep it loose, keep it from stiffening up. You know, it was much colder yesterday and earlier this morning. Now he's warming up, I'm sure, down the field, but he really wants to keep that arm moving. He goes up for the pass, he catches it in front of his body.
6 for 85. There's a pass thrown and almost caught. George Teague defending on the play on Vincent Fuller. And I tell you, Daigle took a real shot when he released the football.
He sure did. Take a look at this. Great defensive effort. He's going back. Blitz coming in from the outside. Man who hit him is Antonio London, 55. And then a big-time play by George Teague, knocking the ball down.
London everywhere, running from sideline to sideline. He picked Daigle up off the field after he hit him, but he really unloaded on him. Line of scrimmage now, the 38-yard line. Second down. Daigle looking, trying to get open on the near side. A great catch by Scott Ray. Oh, what a catch by Ray. There's a flag on the play. He's a sophomore from Baton Rouge Catholic High School. And for Ray, that is only his third catch of the year. What's this?
It was defensive pass interference is what I believe the flag is going to be for. But this ball is thrown out. He lays all the way out, catches it right on his fingertip.
Oh, man.
Mark McMillan was the man covering on the play.
That's 2 catches by a Tiger today. It's been outstanding. Kitchen on the touchdown, and this one.
That's a big gain.
He was held. They refused a penalty. First down at the 40. Daigle rolling out. He's going to take off to the 35 and gets out of bounds. And I'll tell you, John Copeland was out to get him, and he tucked that ball under his arm, and he just got out of there. Michael Rogers, a freshman from Laverne, Alabama, an outstanding redshirt freshman, made the stop. And Daigle's coming right back at him after throwing the interception in the end zone on the last drive.
When the quarterback rolls out, you know he's looking to throw the football, and he's not running full speed. That way the defense realizes it, and they try and put a little more pressure, get over there quickly, and say, make up your mind, because we're coming after you.
So Florida looks like they're going to at least clinch a tie for the SEC today. Here is a handoff this time to Beckham. He takes some punishment and hangs on. Beckham down at the 27, hit awfully hard. Stacy Harrison had 2 interceptions last week against Mississippi State. Was there to register it. Watch this one.
This is just solid action. He's going to get hit there. Stacy Harrison comes up. That's Teague, number 13, who comes over. Lays another lick on him.
Dave Beckham is hanging on. He's taking some punishment. From the 27, first down. LSU trailing by 10. Play action by Daigle. Daigle over the middle. It's caught by Wesley Jacob to the 5. Jacob dive, touchdown LSU. The first catch of the game for Jacob, 27 yards.
Take a look. Not much pressure here. He's got a crossing pattern. Now he's just a race. He's going to pick up a little bit of a block right here. That's Mike Garrett, number 12. It just took the legs out of Antonio Langham, number 43, allowing him to get in.
Suarez adds a point after, and it's a 3-point game. 7:32 left to go. And being on the road in Tiger Stadium, it's never easy. Wesley Jacob with his first catch of the game and his first touchdown grab of the season.
Perfect time to have it.
Yes, sir. 20-17. Suarez will be kicking off. David Palmer is in the middle. He's coming to the near side, though, and Lassick will return it. Up to the 15, going wide, and he'll be tackled at the 17. Alabama with the 3-point lead. Turner, no place. Listen to this crowd.
It takes 4 people to stop Turner.
White was there, Clayton Mouton, the junior from Beaumont, Texas. You can see why it's so hard to win here. There's been good football players on the field, but I tell you, this crowd can be deafening.
They're glad the football team is into this ball game. 6:37 to go. Alabama the last time possessed it, ran it down the field, lost it on a fumble.
David Palmer's come into the lineup. Second down, virtually 10. Here's Lassie. Again, nothing.
Reggie Walker coming up with a big play.
Now, big third down coming up. 3rd and 9 for Alabama. 6 minutes left in the game.
Wouldn't be surprised to see LSU come after him.
Well, they backed off. They did not blitz. Parker stepping up. Double pumps. And it's intercepted. It's picked off at the 45-yard line. Great play that time by LSU. And coming up with the interception is Carlton Buckles, a junior, with his 3rd interception of the season.
Well, they looked like they were going to come to blitz. They didn't. Quarterback Jay Barker is running around looking for a receiver. Last minute throws it, and a diving leap in front of the receiver. What a terrific play to steal the ball from Kevin Lee, number 37. He just lays out. He looks more the receiver on this play.
Buckles has been their nickelback all year long, and he comes up with a brilliant interception. At the 45, again this time, and no place to go is Jockett. Sullins is there. Copeland is there.
Can you feel it, Gary?
Oh,
the hot breath,
isn't it?
The hot breath of the tiger stalking its prey, trying to push it down into a corner.
And remember this, Alabama has not lost here since 1969. You wonder how you can keep a string going that long in Death Valley. And Gene Stallings obviously is concerned. 2nd down and 12. They go tackled, and that's Copeland. Big play by the junior college transfer from Hines Junior College in Mississippi. That'll be a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd and 17 now.
Well, Gene Stallings said his team has won these football games because, number 1, most of the year they've eliminated mistakes. Number 2, their defense has played some tough football.
Hard-nosed football.
Absolutely. They've made more mistakes in terms of penalties today. 1 turnover in the ball game, but the defense is playing very, very tough.
2nd sack of the day for Copeland. 3rd and 17. Dago being flushed out. Going to try to get it to Kitchen, and he does. Kitchen fights for the 1st down. He's going to be short. He needed to get to the 35, and he's short of the 35.
And he's a little slow getting up. Not just his shoulder ought to be stiff, but his neck might be stiff on that too.
They needed 17, and he gets 16 on the catch.
All right, you've got Dago scrambling around a little bit in the backfield. And he's just going for it here, trying to draw some attention. Does a nice job of looping this ball over the coverage and into Kitchen's hand. That's
his bad shoulder, the right shoulder he took the impact on. He has 7 catches, 101 yards for the day. He was an outstanding basketball player. Dale Brown felt he could play for him had he elected to do that here at LSU. 4th down and a yard. Movement up front. Pitch to Beckham. This could be a 3-play. Beckham got to the 35. I think he got the 1st down. Let's see. It looked like Webb moved for Alabama.
They call him in a neutral zone. They'll take the 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, that's the 2nd 4th down play today that Alabama has jumped offsides.
Defense offsides, 5 yards, 1st down.
And so LSU is still alive.
You see the movement right there. He's in the neutral zone, and the center snaps the ball. Even if they weren't ready to run the play, that center should have snapped the football to pick up the 3 down.
That is the 9th penalty against Alabama for 99 yards. So the 1st down sets it up at the 31. 4th down, they got it by penalty. There you go, on the option to the 25. He's got another 1st down. He's knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Gary, his mind was made up from the moment he took that ball and snapped to run the football. He came down the line in that option. He had a man to the outside. I don't know whether he saw it in terms of the way the defense was set, but look at him. He's just running. He's got a man out there. Defensive back, Stacy Harrison, commits to the pitch man. He tucks it away and gets a little push to the 1st down from Sam Shade.
And Daigle showing his quickness. He was an option quarterback in high school. Inside the 20-yard line, first down. And nothing going this time for Jermaine Williams, a fullback. He got inside the 20 and maybe a half yard at best. Steve Webb, the senior out of Holt, Alabama, was there first to make the stop. There he is. He's the guy that jumped offside. Gene Stallings says what a great character kid this guy is. He replaced Derek Thomas 2 years ago as the starting linebacker. 2nd and 9. 3:15 left in the game. Daigle up the field, and that one may be picked off. Almost was by Mark McMillan. He batted it up, and on the deflection, the Tide looked like they might have a crack at the interception. McMillan coming over and making a fine play.
It's almost as if Jesse is not seeing that man, Gary, as if his vision isn't working for him here. He's not seeing that underneath coverage. The man's right in the sight, right in the line of this pass, and he throws it right to him.
So there's McMillan. He's not very big. In fact, you asked Gene Stallings if they thought they'd go after him because of his lack of size. 3rd down and 9. Jarquette. And he's inside the 15. He's still considerably short of the first down. John Sullins made the stop. And we have another 4th down.
Now here's where the coach has to make a decision. He's got 250 and counting in his ball game. He's got a good field goal kicker. Does he bring him in and kick, or does he take a chance and go for the touchdown?
Well, that's what's going through his mind as he calls a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. 2:49 left in this one. It's Death Valley, and it has been something special. As head coaches, you got to make decisions, and Curly Holman is elected to go for a 28-yard field goal on a 4th and 2. He has 2 timeouts left. Wonder if he'd try the onside kick or whether he'd kick it deep and try to hold him if they get this field goal.
The way their defenses are playing, I think they would try and kick it deep.
The hold will be Hall. The kick is up and blocked. Picked up by Webb, and Alabama has been able to stop him as Suarez has his field goal attempt blocked.
All the speculation about what they're going to do on the kickoff.
That's the first block of the year for Suarez.
Let's see if we can see who blocks the kick. Up.
It's Antonio London.
Number 55. He's been playing big all afternoon.
Look at the reaction by Stallings. Do you realize that's the 3rd time this year London has blocked a field goal? And Curly can't believe it.
Decisions. What to do in this ball game. Go for naught. When you look at a play like that.
And as you can see there, 4 straight games they blocked one. Antonio London's blocked 3. Hand off again to Martin Houston, the fullback, across the 45 to the 46, and LSU will use their final timeout with 1:22 left in the game. Boutte and Thomas on the stop. Hand off this time to Turner. Turner will bring it up to the 49-yard line, and LSU cannot stop the clock. Wayne Williams over there to make the tackle. 3rd down and 5 as you see the time remaining.
Now this may not be a win for LSU unless they get a miracle here, a turnover, and put it back into the end zone. But this is a good performance by this team with a new coaching staff. I think that sends a message throughout the state of Louisiana and the people who are watching in this region that this program is going to be tough to deal with in the future. And Curley has done a fine job of leading this school.
Here's Turner running across the 50. Turner to the 35. Turner to the 20. 15 and tackled inside the 10. Anthony Marshall finally caught up with him.
Turner wanted to make sure he didn't run out of bounds.
49 yards for Kevin Turner.
That'll pad his stats pretty nicely for the end of the ball game.
142 yards for the game.
Everybody from LSU is up on the line of scrimmage. They know that Alabama's going to run the football. They're thinking probably inside. But Kevin Turner runs a little bit outside, struggles, but stays in bounds on the play.
You know, it's remarkable that Alabama has not lost here since 1969, because this is a tough place to play. That put Turner, by the way, over 1,000 yards in his career. 1,021 is Mike Swanson, our stat guy, on top of it. And now the ball at the 7, first and goal, 21 seconds. They're not even going to take another snap. And Alabama will go to 8-1. And Gene Stallings' team with a big win here in Tiger Stadium. After losing their second game of the year to Florida, the Tide is rolling. The final, Alabama 20, LSU 17. There's our MVP defensively for this Alabama team. Antonio London with a big block on a field goal that would have tied the ball game up. As an end result ends up being a 3-point win for Alabama.